Hey everyone! Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more gripping, real-life stories like this one. That evening, I walked into the gym with a clear plan. Surprise Emma after her workout and take her to her favorite Italian spot downtown. What I hadn't anticipated was freezing the moment I stepped inside. There she was, lying face down on a stretching mat, with Tyler, her trainer, leaning over her. His hands roamed along her lower back and thighs while she laughed and tossed her hair. Several gym members paused mid-exercise, clearly entertained by the scene. I set her water bottle down quietly, trying to steady myself. Before I could even say a word, she glanced at me and, loud enough for everyone to hear, said, "Relax. He's just stretching me. If you're jealous, go home." Laughter rippled through the room. She didn't even look at me. In that instant, something inside me shut off. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I didn't make a scene. I just watched. I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't angry. I simply realized I was done. I gave a small nod, turned, and walked out, leaving her laughing with Tyler as if I didn't exist. On the way to my car, there were no tears, no slammed fists, no drama. I pulled out my phone, dialed a number, and spoke 4 calm words. "It's time. Do it." On the other end, Daniel, my best friend and acting manager of the gym, paused and replied, "Understood, sir." Yes, sir. What Emma had never known in our 3 years together was that I owned that gym. I had quietly bought it when it was nearly bankrupt and left Daniel in charge, staying invisible as a silent investor. I wanted one place where no one treated me differently because of money, where my personal life stayed separate from business. I never told her. I wanted to see how she would act if she believed I was just an ordinary man. And last night, she had failed spectacularly. The next morning, she moved around the house as if nothing had happened. She smiled at me over her stretching routine while I read the newspaper. "Still mad about yesterday? You know I was joking, right?" I didn't respond. I handed her coffee and said, "Go to the gym early today. Things might be different." When she arrived, she immediately sensed something was off. The receptionist avoided her gaze. Members whispered behind her back. Tyler stood outside the office, holding a crumpled termination letter, face pale and incredulous. "This is ridiculous." "I didn't do anything wrong," he yelled as 2 security officers escorted him out. Emma stormed in, heels clicking, demanding answers. Her eyes fell on a printed notice at the front desk. Membership terminated. Effective immediately. Access revoked. Her confident grin faltered. She pushed open the manager's office door. "Where's Daniel? He can't do this." "I'll speak to the owner myself," she shouted. Daniel stayed calm. "Emma, your behavior yesterday violated gym policy, professionalism, and respect. Your membership is terminated. That's not your decision to make." "I'll go straight to the owner," she snapped. Daniel's lips curved into a subtle smirk. "You don't need to. He's already here." I stepped forward slowly. Her face went pale, disbelief and panic mixing in her eyes. You own this place?" she stammered. "Every treadmill, every camera, every paycheck." I said evenly, "including your trainers." She tried to speak, but no words came. Everyone who had witnessed her mock me tonight before now watched her unravel. Tears glistened in her eyes. She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. "You told me to go home if I was jealous," I said softly. "So I did. And while I was home, I realized something. You don't respect me. And a marriage without respect isn't a marriage. It's charity." A tear slipped down her cheek. "Please, can we just talk?" "Not here," she whispered. But I had already stepped back. That was the cost of treating loyalty like an option. I didn't shout. I didn't seek revenge. I just walked away, past her, past a stunned trainer, past a quiet crowd. Because sometimes power isn't in raising your voice. It's in never needing to. Emma stood in the middle of that gym, surrounded by people, yet utterly alone. The woman who once lamented not being assertive enough now watched me leave, not as her husband, but as a man who had finally remembered his worth. For the first time, she realized she hadn't just lost a husband. She had lost a protector, her provider, her friend, and the silent owner of everything she assumed she could disrespect.